The Bible does not give a specific date for Jesus' birth. I wonder why. Think about it. Y'all should go ask some of your family members. What day does the Bible say Jesus was born on? Tell them if they find it for you, you'll buy them a car. The Bible doesn't give a specific date for Jesus' birth, so guess what? Pope Julius I, who was the vicar from 337 to 352, decided that December 25th should be the day of Jesus' birth. Pope Julius. He actually passed the law in the Roman Catholic Church and canonized December 25th as the day of the birth of Jesus Christ. Isn't that deep? Now, what gave him the power to do that? This word right here. Vicar. For those who don't know, the word vicar means one who stands in the place of God. Okay, that's what vicar means. And guess what, y'all? It wasn't just Pope Julius. Every pope is known as the vicar of God. What's the pope's name now? Present pope. What's his name? Actually, I'm still thinking John Paul, but they got numbers in it. Y'all don't know? Good. I'm glad y'all don't know. That means you don't really care. That's cool. That's cool. Well, whatever his name is now, he is now the new vicar. Okay, on planet Earth. Now, that's some deep stuff. Because the Pope got the power to stop all wars. All the Pope got to say is, every Catholic, stop fighting. And every Catholic will lay down their weapon and leave the military. That's power. You know why? Because he's the voice of God on the planet. Whatever the Pope says, that's what is, man. It's without challenge. Okay, and it was called the Feast of the Nativity. The tradition multiplied to Egypt by 431, and that's also the year of the Council of Ephesus, where they passed all these laws saying that if you don't believe this, you're anathematized. If you don't believe this, you're anathematized. If you don't believe this, you're anathematized. And at the end of the 8th century, Christmas had stretched so to as far as Scandinavia, with people taking part in carnival-like celebrations of giving money to beggars. In England, now this is interesting, Christmas was banned. When Oliver Cromwell and his allies took over the country in 1645. Why was it banned? Go do some homework and tell me why. Okay? They vowed to rid the country of corruption. And to do this, they stopped Christmas. Now that's some deep stuff. They stopped Christmas because they wanted to get corruption out of the country. And when Charles II was restored to the throne, it was reinstated. In the 1620s, guess what, y'all? Christmas was canceled in the United States. And in Boston from 1659 to 1681, it was canceled, stopped. What did these people know about Christmas to cause them to do that? Christmas was totally forbidden. Anyone who was seen celebrating the event was charged 5 shillings. Wow! Then why is it such a celebration now? Who had it reinstated? Maybe people who were kind of twisted in their psychology, like people on Capitol Hill now who are having homosexual laws put in place. In 1515, Pope Leo X stated, and I quote him, "What profit hath not that fable of Christ brought us?" Look at that, y'all. In 1515, the Pope, and again, who is the Pope? The vicar of God on the planet. The Pope, what did Pope Leo know that caused him to say, "What profit hath not that fable of Christ brought us?" Now, what he was actually saying was this, y'all. Look at how much money we made from this tale about this figure that we created called Jesus Christ. Look at Creflo Dollar. He can say the same thing. Benny Hinn, he can say the same thing. T.D. Jakes can say the same thing. All of them can say the same thing, man. Look at how much money we have made off of this lie. That's right. And what's deep about it is people want the lie to exist. People need the lie to exist because they feel like they're going to go to hell if they don't support this lie and tell you you're going to hell because you don't believe the lie. What you have found to be a lie, you don't believe it, and you're going to hell. Boy, that's some deep stuff. The problem is that the masses do not know the truth that Pope Leo X knew. The Christian faith was the most influential belief system in the Western world for more than 1,000 years. But it's not as healthy today as it was 100 years ago. Wow. Think about it. And guess what, y'all? And I'm glad about this part. Among black people, it's not as healthy today as it was 10 years ago. You know why? Because black folk are starting to think. A lot of our young people went off to college, went off to school, and got into black studies programs while in college, and they learned stuff at UCLA or at Mizzou or wherever college you went to, and you got into a black studies program, and you found out about African culture and the story of the original virgin-born Christ child. And then you came back home saying, well, wait a minute, Pastor so-and-so, what about this? And Pastor so-and-so told that college student, you don't even know about that. That's, you can't believe everything you hear now. Bible said that in the latter times, some would depart from the faith, giving heed to seduction spirits and doctrines of devils. And that's what's your college professor name? Dr. Karanga? He's a seducing spirit. Y'all get the picture? What's that preacher you were listening to on the internet? Don't you listen to him no more. That's the devil trying to steal your joy. What is it? What's the name of the station? W what? WBLR? Let me write that down so I can pray for you. So they can go home and listen to it right now. People are realizing that what they've been given is a belief system, check this y'all, that depends totally on the level of an individual's faith and not on credibility of sound, factual, historical, and verifiable truth or evidence. In other words, y'all, and you've heard me say this before, I say it again. Everybody repeat this after me. Faith is belief in unverified thought. See, when I get into discussions with people and then they say this to me, well, let me tell you what I believe. When they say that, conversation comes to an end. Know why? Because I respect that. I respect what you believe. And I'm not going to push you any further because I know you can't prove it. Follow what I'm saying? You can't prove it. That's why it's called belief. If you know something, you don't have to believe it. Y'all with me? What does one do when they find out that communion or the Lord's Supper was not instituted by a so-called Jesus who we've been taught? What do you do, man? Now y'all know how I did it. See this table right here? Not this one. But I stood behind tables like this for years. I think I did it too when I first came here, didn't I? Yeah. Yeah, I stood behind this table right here. And I used to stand behind this table and say, Lord, give me the wisdom to bring our people to right knowledge. Because our people didn't know that they were participating in what is called symbolic cannibalism. We used to pour a little wine, a little grape juice, and a little crackers. You know, and the sisters would stand on each end of the table, you know, and they would do their thing, man. And I'm standing there breaking up the crackers behind the thing saying, Lord, please give me the wisdom to educate my brothers and my sisters to right knowledge here. That's something. And I'm so glad that many did make that transition. As Elder Lucas, she's here. Elder Watkins, Mount Phillips, Elder Lee, others who, and then some just couldn't handle it. Some need that low cup.